Hello guys! At the time of this recording, it's about a week post Wuthering Waves release. I have been streaming it on Twitch and playing it almost every day, and you guys know me, I'm not like a sweat, you know, I'm a pretty dirty casual, but I have played gacha games before, open world gacha games especially, and I have been getting a few repeated questions in my chat, so I thought I'd make a video just to explain 10 things that I think you should know as a beginner. Alright, the first category of tips is going to be regarding account progression. It can be quite annoying to be trying to progress through the game and getting level locked or getting quest locked. So my very first tip for you guys, So my first tip for you is to do quests. I know that's very simple, but if you look at the quest tab, you will see that each quest is going to give you a very high amount of Union XP. Even tutorial quest is going to give you Union XP. Companion story, 2,000. Exploration, 1,000. So especially if you are, like me, unable to play the main quest because of a low Union level. So where I am, from Union level 20 to 21, it's only 2,300 XP. I can get that in a quest or two, but maybe you don't want to do 2 quests back to back. So that leads me to my second tip, which is spend your Waveplates. Your Waveplates is the equivalent of resin, which I'm almost capping on. You will earn a Waveplate every 6 minutes, and then you can use the Waveplates to do things like bosses. You can spend them at the simulation training, which is where you're going to get character XP, you're going to get weapon XP, and the credit, shell credit. Waveplate is a limited currency which will go up in perceived value later on. However, it's still valuable now and there's no reason to let it sit there. A lot of these bosses have first time clear rewards, or one of these bosses which will give you first time clear rewards Union XP. And by the way, first time clear just means the first time you kill it. You actually don't even have to spend your Waveplates to earn the first time clear. And you can also get echoes from doing that too. So there's no reason not to spend your Waveplates, even though the rewards will be limited for now. Resources are scarce and you're still going to need materials to level up your characters. You're not going to get enough just through doing quests and open world farming. So just spend it. If you're not sure, it is always safe to do simulation training just to stock up on resonance potions that you're able to level up your characters. Almost as important as earning Union XP is earning data bank XP. So this mechanism, the data bank, is essentially a record of the echoes that you have collected. So if you go to this tab, you can see all the ones that you've claimed. It will tell you how many you're missing from each category. And echoes, if you are a little confused on what that is, it's essentially a fusion between a Pokemon and an artifact in Genshin Impact terms. Echoes eventually can be equipped to your characters. You can equip 5 at a time. So you earn echoes and you can equip them to each individual character. It has 2 main stats, which will increase when you level, and then you will unlock a sub-attribute plot, basically a substat. Substats, there's another mechanism called tuning, which you really don't need to worry about for now, but it's basically how you reveal the substats. And you do that through this material called tuner. There's different tuners for each level: green, blue, purple, and gold. Green being the lowest value and gold being the highest value. And you can use the tuning materials to unlock substats, which will apply not to the echo itself, but to your character. And then if you can see here, this one is set apart from the other 4. That is because this is my active echo. Don't know what the actual term is for that, but essentially this echo has its own unique skill which I can use in combat. So this one deals electro damage to enemies nearby and creates mech waste that explodes in a while. Increases current character's attack. And then this one transforms into carapace to perform spinning attacks, dealing arrow damage. But yeah, just to be clear, spectro damage, that main stat, that elemental main stat, that applies to the rover because her element is spectro, but the echo itself deals its own elemental damage. I'm not going to get too into it. There's definitely a lot more to it to that, but this is a beginner's guide, okay? So that's how echoes work, but the reason you want to farm echoes as often as possible is so you can unlock more entries in the databank and level up your databank. You're going to get a lot of different things from this. You get Astrite, which is always great. You get a tuner, which is great. You also get 1 force release component, which literally just means you get 10 extra points of stamina. But what you're really grinding for is level 15. That is because Once you hit, if you see right here, once you hit level 15, you will be able to get 5-star echoes. You can see here the max is 4, but once you reach level 15, you have a 30% chance of getting a 5-star echo when you defeat a mob and a 70% chance of farming a 4-star. So that's huge. Literally just kill everything. You can also kill bosses. You don't even have to spend the wave plates to potentially get an echo from killing a boss. So yeah, just farm echoes. Kind of in that same vein, this is something that's very normal to me. Apparently this is not always the case for every player. So I'm just going to say it anyways. Grab everything. Grab every open world item that you can find. All the flowers, all of the bugs, just everything. You don't really need to deliberate what you pick up and what you don't. Even if something is not innately like super valuable, you don't necessarily have a reason to pick up butterflies as far as I know. We will talk about dodging later. And you may not even know who uses the flower that you're picking, but it can't hurt. You have pretty much unlimited inventory in terms of like specialties and stuff. So just grab it. If you're walking close to it, you're not in a big rush, just pick the flower and grab the lizard. It's hard to say what will happen in the future. Building account wealth is just never a bad thing. It's not going to hurt you. Resources are really scarce. Also, some things that you pull will have special mechanics. Like for example, I can't remember. I couldn't show you where it was, but I pulled a bunch of flowers that were in a circle and a chest popped up. Oh, chest! Love this fruit. Really love this. And also, like, I don't know really what's what. I don't know how to deliberate between what's a character essential material and what's just like an herb or a cooking ingredient. And this is the material that the rover uses, which I'm currently using. I didn't know that she was using that, but now, I'm glad I have them. Additionally, at least I can speak in terms of Genshin. Eventually, Genshin Impact released 2 methods to get rid of kind of excess materials. We have the parametric transformer, we have the crystal fly trap. So having an excess of items is not ever going to hurt you. It's only ever going to help you. Additionally, I'm sure you're already aware of this. After you finish the 50 beginner banner, where you get a 5-star after 50 warps, you're going to get the beginner's choice convene, which will allow you to select which standard character you want. Even at the time of recording, there is plenty of information about all of the standard characters publicly available. I would recommend, as soon as you decide which character you want, look up that character's materials. The world is very big, and it's going to take all of us a while to get used to what's where, what grows in what region. My recommendation is figure out who you want. Once you figure that out, start farming those open world materials. That way, just for you, you can start playing that character as soon as you get them, and also you'll be prepared to level them up, especially since, this is 80 wishes. By the time you receive your beginner's choice convene character, you're probably going to be able to level up your characters to 50 or 60, assuming you're not wailing on the beginner's choice convene. Ah, she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. Most of you will be going for a character you don't have, so look up what materials they use and start farming those early so that you can level up your character enough to start playing them right away. That's just mostly for you to have fun and to get that, instant gratification of pulling a new character. Oh, yes. Another fun little tip. This is a very quick one. Quick and easy, but it's very worth. As soon as you can, fight the Inferno rider. You don't even have to spend your wave plates. Just fight it and collect the echo, because the Inferno rider gives you a pseudo mount, which can help you explore the open world quite a bit faster, especially when you are trying to unlock all of the TPs. I still haven't unlocked everything. Thankfully, there's lots of fun ways to move around the map. Okay, we are moving on to characters now. Don't look too hard at my build because, listen, I only have 1 4-star weapon. I'm working with what I have here to ease your mind about early game leveling. This is very similar to Genshin. You don't need to really focus on echoes early on. Farm them, yes. Grab as many as you can, yes. Fill your databank, yes. But as far as the echoes themselves, using them on your characters, it doesn't really matter. Level up anything that has like a good main stat. Like this one's pretty good. Arrow damage bonus and attack. Not the substats necessarily, but it will make her marginally better. But like this crit damage, that's nice. My Genshin has 5% crit rate, so it really doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you equip a echo that you like to use for this main slot right here, because they are helpful and useful in combat. But similar to Genshin, the thing that matters the most is leveling up the resonator level, leveling up the weapon, and focusing on skills. Which is funny because I haven't leveled up any skills yet. I just unlocked that. This again goes back to the databank pretty much until you hit level 15 and can start even getting 5-star relics, not relics, 5-star echoes. It is not really worth worrying about. You're going to replace everything anyway. If you're going to have fun with it at all, focus on main stat and the one echo that you're actually going to use in combat. Another thing, resources are scarce early game. My recommendation is to focus on 3 to maybe 5 characters at a time. Don't spread your resources too thin. It's okay to leave some characters at low level. Really all you need right now in early game is one main carrier. Genshin is a really comfy character, by the way, to play early game. She shields, she heals, and she can be like an on-field DPS. So I'm trying to go for multiple copies of her because I really want to build her. But anyway, that's not really relevant to this video. Focus on 1 or 2 DPSs. Thankfully here, my DPS is also my healer and shielder. And then you'll need obviously a healer. And then you can level up like a swap pick. As you start getting to higher levels, the cost of ascending characters and ascending weapons is going to become almost exponentially more expensive. So it's going to kind of sneak up on you. So it's better to reserve your materials for the characters that you just like playing so that you don't end up bottlenecked later on. This is like a character tip, but also a combat tip. If you don't know, Wuthering Waves is not really an Unga Boonga hit everything until it dies type of game. Early game and for easy fights, yes, you can do that. Wuthering Waves combat is much more focused on a dodge parry system and a combo system. So my first tip, when you get a new character, you want to start playing them, do the character trial. You can reach that by going to your character of interest, then hitting this little button right here. That will take you into the tutorial. This will show you all of the different combos, how to unlock special abilities. Wow, go, go, go. When you hit specific combos, you're going to get damage bonuses. You're also going to get just more satisfying and fun gameplay. If you just spam stuff, you're not really going to see what a character like Ling Yang is capable of, which I'll show you right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks. That's pretty basic. Air attack, also pretty basic. Charge attack, air attack. You see how much more damage that was? A skill press. Auto attack, auto attack, auto attack. Enhanced skill. Hold, air attack, air attack. Look at this guy. He's in the air. Boom. He's flying. The enemy is so staggered he can't even move. You may not necessarily figure all that stuff out right away, and that is what the tutorial is there for you for. The dodge parry mechanic, I'm not going to go into too much detail. All you need to know is that it's really important, and it's how you're going to get the most fun and effective gameplay. You don't necessarily need to be attacking, like auto-attacking, spamming attack at all times to be effective. Bonus tip, it's very important to listen and watch for cues. For example, there will be an indicator when you are able to parry something successfully. What you will see is a white or gold circle, 2 circles actually. You have to watch for the outer line to overlap the inner line. When you do that, if you attack essentially at the same time as the enemy attacks, you'll break a big chunk of that toughness. You will be able to get that enemy staggered more quickly. There are huge benefits from dodging and parrying, and huge punishments for not dodging and parrying when you need to. Each boss is going to have a different mechanic, and you will benefit immensely if you learn how that mechanic works. Also, listen for audio cues when your R skill is ready and when you can switch characters for special attacks. You can also slow down time when you dodge and parry, which can make battles very epic and fun, and also you can deal a lot more damage. I have personally found the Wuthering Waves combat system to be very enjoyable once I figure out, you know, how a boss mechanic works. The final tip I have for you is don't worry about figuring out everything. It will be too overwhelming. Gacha games and open world games introduce you to events and gameplay modes and mechanisms slowly so that you don't get so overwhelmed. So if you see other people being much further ahead in the game than you, don't worry, you will figure it out. The game will teach it to you. And if you still feel confused, there are plenty of people on YouTube, not necessarily me, because I don't know if I'll do an updated guide when I'm more knowledgeable, but there are plenty of guide makers who can teach you and help you understand more of the complex components. The whole point is that you can enjoy stuff at your own pace. As long as you're having fun and are able to clear the content, you're doing everything right. And there's not really much you can do to ruin your account. As long as you're not like melting 5-star weapons, I think you're going to be fine. You will catch up, but it's a single player game, so just have fun. And there's plenty of unique mechanics that I didn't even touch on because that's not really the point of this video. This is just to give you what you need to start to learn how the game works, to be able to play all the content, and hopefully so you don't feel so overwhelmed. But yeah, it's no big deal, okay? It's just a game, it's a hobby. So I hope you are having fun, whether you're watching this during the early release days of Wuthering Waves or you're watching this far in the future, which that would be great because that means the game is still doing well. I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was helpful, and I'm sorry if any of this stuff was outdated or not exactly right. All I can say is, I'm sorry, princess. Not everyone is perfect all the time. Feel free to add more tips in the comment section if you like, and if I ever make an updated video or like, you know, farming routes or stuff like that, I will link it in the description in this video so you have a place to go. But for now, that's all I got for you. I hope that is helpful. Let me know, leave a like if you liked it. That helps very much. And let me know if you're enjoying Wuthering Waves. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you want more informative videos. I'm not necessarily a guide maker at all, but I could certainly try if you like it. If you like this format. Okay, I will see you on the next one. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye, rovers.